Don't go anywhere, stay tuned. Get ready to take a trip down memory lane. That table can only mean one thing. We'll be checking out some stuff that I found over at J&L Games. Alright, so in order to get to J&L Games, we have to travel by bus and, of course, the subway. You see right there, that subway goes fast. Look at that thing. It's incredibly fast. And it's quite scary. It sounds like a nightmare. Not the most pleasant thing to be on. And then here we are walking off the subway. And eventually we came across J&L Games. And we have the Pikachu statue right there in front of the shop. That's pretty awesome. And looking into the shop is basically what you see. It looks pretty damn awesome. And here we are walking inside. There's tons and tons of games. You have like Switch games, PSP games, PS3 games, everything. And not only do you have North American games, but you have Japanese games as well, which is pretty cool. Just check this out. And that looks like some PlayStation games right there. And down there we have, it looks like Game Gear games. Check that out, that's pretty cool. You got like a whole case of Game Gear games. You got Atari Jaguar games still in the box. That is incredible. Look at that. Man, just check that out. If I had an Atari Jaguar... Oh, look at this. You can get a Neo Geo CD and a Neo Geo cartridge-based console right there for $4.99. And you can get a Sega Master System for $1.99. And yeah, check out the Neo Geo games right there. Big, huge cases. Looks like VCR tapes. It's incredible. And back there we have some N64 games, which I'll definitely probably try to hunt down a few games that I have been looking for. And over there it looks like some NES games, tons and tons of Nintendo games. And it looks like down here we have PSP games. And we have some pricing on some Sega Genesis consoles. And down here we have Vita Games. We got quite a few people walking around in here, so just trying to be careful how I filmed. And I did get permission to film in here, just in case you're wondering. So we have Game Boy games right here. And we have some Sega Saturn, American and Japanese Sega Saturn games. As you can see, you have the long case games on top. You have the Japanese games right there on the bottom. That is pretty damn awesome. So now, definitely know where to get some Japanese Sega Saturn games. And you got the base deck right there for the Sega Genesis for the Sega Master System. I'm not sure if you missed that or not, but they actually had that in stock as well, which is pretty cool. You have some Xbox One games right here. And over in this direction they had Nintendo Switch games, which they had a whole row of imported Switch games and North American Switch games. You have some controllers, accessories, some of these little amiibo figurines. Look at that. You got a whole bunch of Switch games right here. The Switch is quite popular. Switch has a lot of pretty cool games. And look at that. You have like a whole wall of like different amiibos, and not all of these amiibos were North American amiibos either. They had like some Japanese stuff. Now check that one out. That's like a Pikachu amiibo Japanese figure. That's pretty cool. And it just loads and loads of stuff. It's pretty awesome. You got these little special edition Switch games and strategy guides. There's tons and tons of stuff here. It was a blast walking through this place. It's definitely something that if you go into the city area in New York, strongly recommend stopping inside this place to check out what they have. And they have a lot of different Nintendo DS consoles, 3DS, a lot of different handhelds. I mean, look at this. They have handhelds that are like special editions that are more rare. Somewhere down here I saw a Game Boy, which you'll probably see in a second. They have a Pikachu Game Boy Advance right there. That's pretty cool. They have a Tommy Hilfiger Game Boy Color right there. That is quite unique. They have a whole bunch of DS games. Now this little display they had right here had a lot of different crazy stuff, like just random things like Pikachu cups, figurines, a lot of different things you normally would. There's even a Famicom console there, right there, that new little Famicom that they released recently with a bunch of games on it. Lego Pikachu. Look at this, a whole bunch of stuff. You got a bunch of like 3DS's up there on top. Looks like some SNK Neo Geo stuff. Another Pikachu handheld right there. There's a lot of different things. You have a Super Mario statue right there. And once again, let's take a closer look at the Game Boy stuff. It's definitely like buying some Game Boy stuff right here. Got a whole bunch of different Game Boy stuff on display. I wish I had a case like that I can actually have my Game Boy games in. That's pretty cool. You can see like over on this side you have Game Boy Color stuff. So on the right side of the case, Game Boy Color. The left side, regular Game Boy. You got some really cool stuff. And over here we have some Game & Watch handhelds, which caught me by surprise. And he had one of them that was actually on, as you can see right there, which I did not notice until after I watched the video that I filmed. And he has some Neo Geo Pockets. A lot of different Neo Geo Pocket colors right there. And some Neo Geo Pocket cartridges, and you got some WonderSwan cartridges right there. They look really weird. The contacts are exposed. And they got some games there in the box for WonderSwan. And over here, I think that these are Atari Jaguar games. And we have some what appears to be Game Gear stuff right here. And you see a wall of Japanese Super Famicom games, which is incredible. And more Super Famicom games, and then eventually you have N64 games right there. And this is what it looks like going out to the street area. Like wall, 4 walls of games pretty much. It's incredible. You have the Pikachu statue outside, and there's the sign right there that you want to look for, J&L Games. So as you see there, I actually traveled all the way to New York City. And we went to J&L Games, and let's see what 2 games we purchased over there. And the first thing you want to see is the bag has a Game Boy on it. This is really cool. And J&L Games got the address right there, so just in case you want to go visit the store. This store is pretty damn awesome, as you saw in the videos. So picked up 2 N64 games that I was definitely hunting for quite a long time, just trying to find a decent price. We got Duke Nukem 0 Hour. It's $19.99. Did not mind paying that because I was in the city, and plus you get these plastic cases to go with the game. These I'll probably use these for Super Famicom games or Super Nintendo, but I'll keep them in there for now. This is pre-owned game. It looks like it's in pretty decent shape. I'll probably clean it up a little bit. It's nothing really too bad. I'm not sure what that sticker is, but I do know that this is not a pirated game or nothing like that. It definitely looks legitimate. It's a little scuffed up on top. And then, of course, this is the one I've been looking for. Duke Nukem 64. Usually, the prices that I've been seeing for this game is definitely more than that. So, this is actually a pretty good deal. I'll give this one a quick cleaning. It's actually clean for the most part. There's nothing really wrong with it. And once again, a little bonus, I got one of these plastic cases, which as you can see, all my N64 games are in those plastic cases up there. And I put little end labels on them, so that's something that I usually do myself. And yeah, so J&L Game, their game shop has a lot of stuff. Very impressive. I'm in the city area. I would definitely check that out again. That was pretty awesome. Usually I shop at Game Exchange because it's easier for me to get to. But if I'm ever down that way near the city, I will definitely check that out again. That's it. It was pretty cool. Definitely a big difference than what you normally see around here. See, Game Exchange usually has mostly North American games. This place has a lot of Japanese stuff, which I like. I think that's pretty awesome. There's they had literally like a whole little section for Japanese Sega Saturn games. And they had a section for Super Famicom games and all that stuff. The next time when I go down, I'll probably check out the Super Famicom games, since that's probably, out of all the collection of games I have, that's probably the latest collection I have right now. So I'll probably check that out. So if you enjoyed this episode of Memory Lane, and if you like J&L Game Shop, which I definitely did, they deserve a thumbs up, and comment down below and let me know what you think about their game shop. It's actually pretty cool.